Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ride Politics. It is August 7th, 2024, and so much is happening in the political landscape. I would just have to say that Kamala Harris picking Tim Walz is a gift from God to the Republicans because he is an absolute socialist. And just last week he said one man's socialism is another man's neighborliness, which, I don't know. I just watched a video last night about the Cambodia killing fields and how when they actually tried to implement the purest form of communism, which, by the way, the leaders learned from visiting Paris from the universities, and everyone was like, oh, Marxism and socialism is perfect. It's what we need in the world. And then these leaders of Cambodia went and, basically committed genocide against their own people. They started killing anyone who wore glasses. They started taking out anyone who has a middle-class status. So they killed all of the doctors and lawyers and engineers until there was nothing but farmers. Then if the farmers complained, they would kill them too, because they were trying to build from the bottom up a perfect utopia where everyone just started their fields from scratch. Literally, it was just an agricultural country except for the elite. So when you hear Kamala Harris saying they want to make an economy that works for everyone, not just the rich, and, build from the bottom up, I mean, look at Cambodia. That's what they tried, and it didn't work too well because they killed, 60% of their population. So that's real communism. I say this a lot on this channel, but when I was in Cuba, doctors and lawyers only make $2 a day, and it does not have the buying ratio of what you would imagine it being in America. For instance, a Coca-Cola would be 150 pesos, and a pound of rice would be 400 pesos, but a doctor would only make like 200 pesos a day. And that was the government minimum wage, because they believe that all resources should be held by the government, and you cannot open up a private business, a private hotel, a private restaurant. Everything was run by the government. The only freedom that they had was selling things on Facebook Marketplace, because if the government had their way, they would shut that down too. So when I said in yesterday's video that we are living in communism in America, it's because the whole idea of Obamacare forced all employers in the United States to switch a majority, like 70% of the workforce, on part-time. So part-time jobs are great if you're in high school or retired, but if you're like a 30-year-old man and you're making $300 a week and your rent is $350 a week, that basically sums up communism in America, because they want to keep you poor. They want to take away your buying power, because that buying power is exactly what will buy you economic freedom. I've been saying that since 2022, that Biden wants to destroy the middle class, and that's why he's buying foreign oil, because high gas prices means everything's high. So there is nothing to differentiate us from these countries that have collapsed and are collapsing. So he wants to transition us off of oil. And in order to do that, who in the world as a middle-class individual can buy an electric car? It's very, very difficult for even the middle class to buy an electric car. So you take away everyone's disposable income by raising, the price of wheat thins to $7.99, and they will most certainly not have the money to buy an electric car. So it's all a ruse. It's all to keep us poor. The African-American community always complains about, the system keeping them down and keeping them poor. Well, I'm a white American, and I'm saying the system's keeping us down and keeping us poor, because I do know under Trump, we had a robust economy, and if you worked, you were able to save 20-30% of your income with a medium job, and you were able to create real wealth and invest. Now, what are you going to do? Save $5 a day? Like, it's save $10 a day, when that $10 can't even buy you a hamburger. It's ridiculous. It all needs to change. So the Kamala Harris Walz ticket has gone so far left. They are avidly talking about socialism and bringing socialism to the forefront. And I'm saying this socialism is not going to be the answer. It's not the cure. It's not the fix-all. Taking away private insurance is not what is going to make us successful as Americans. What's going to make us successful as Americans is taking back the wealth that has been sent overseas to foreign oils and foreign wars. What is going to make America successful is us working together in our jobs and keeping the profit and bettering our future through investing and bettering our present through having cheap goods and services. And that's what capitalism is. And if they want to destroy capitalism, they are messing with the wrong people, because there are 120 guns for every 100 American citizens. So this whole idea of America falling to this extreme form of socialism is right around the corner, because people who cannot afford anything private will go to government subsidies. Another reason I've been saying that they've been trying to keep African Americans poor is because they want African Americans to fail in business. They want them to fail in life in general. You think of the incarceration rate as being so sky high. It's not just because culture, it's also because they don't want for these individuals to become financially successful. They want them to be dependent on the government. If they're dependent on the government, they're easily or to control, and being easy to control and manipulate is exactly what the goal is. They're trying it on all people in America, and it needs to stop now. The buck stops here. So vote Republican. I would say it's our only hope. You don't want to be Europe. You don't want to be a country where you work and you make $100 and they take 40. That's where we're heading, guys. So stay alert, and we'll see you next time.